Well, hello everyone, it's Kari and I'm back with another sneak peek video showing some of the new Alice collection release from Miss Ink Stamps. Now this is Storybook Alice and look at the cute little images that comes in this. It's got a book so you can create kind of some whimsical, beautiful storytelling cards. I'm going to be masking off this storybook today because I want to ink on some ink on this top portion and make it look like this is coming out of the storybook. I'm just using some distress ink here. This is broken china. I'm just going to ink that on, and then I'm going to use this diamond fade stencil to ink some diamonds on top. I love this diamond stencil. It gives the illusion or the idea of Alice and the cards and the whole story there. So I'm just doing the same blue on top of that blue, and now I'll add some dots with a Copic marker. This is B02. I'm just adding these dots because it makes it look a little more magical. And then I'll add some ink splatters as well. I'm using some white distress paint. I add just a touch of water to help it to fall off my paintbrush a little bit better. Now here's a little voice of warning. I did not put this into my box before I added this paint, and I ended up getting some white paint all over my work surface and a little on my cardstock up there. So I moved over to a box before I added this mica spray stain. This is the Winter Frost, I believe, and it's a beautiful blue. And I just added a little bit here and there. I'm going to set that aside to dry while I color up these images now. So look at how sweet these are. There's the little king here, Alice holding a cake right there, and the white rabbit. I'm going to leave a little bit of this coloring in because look how sweet this character is. Now I love this little king. I want to put him next to the Queen of Hearts, and that will be a future card. But for this card, I'm just using these three images. So I'm going to color up his face and hands, and then for his robes, I will make them traditional red to match the Queen of Hearts. I'm using just a few colors of red here, starting with the mid-tone to just kind of outline where the darkest will be, and then I'm going to use the lightest tone here to blend it all through. On the little heart, on his hat and his scepter, again I'll use those same colors of red, and I'll bring in a little bit of yellow for his hat as well. And look how sweet this little character is. He's really fun. For the trim on his robe, I'm going to bring in some cool grays and just add a bunch of dots. This is going to make it look fluffy and really fun. And that's all I'm going to do for the trim. So starting with a darker C3, blending that out with a C1, and just using dots. And then I'll add a few darker dots near the bottom as well. And that's pretty much it for the trim. I'm going to finish him up by coloring his hair a dark brown, and then also his mustache. And he has a goatee that's the shape of a heart. That is just too cute. So I really appreciate this little character. He's brand new to the Alice collection, so I was really excited to have him here. He's going to be a great addition to the collection. I'll just finish up his hair here using two shades of brown. I've got E79 and E71. And that's going to finish off our little king. So there's our characters. Now it's time to put this whole card together. So let's bring in that storybook. It has all dried now, and I can remove the masking tape here. This is mint tape, nice, soft adhesive, so it's very light tack. And for the book, I'm just going to color it up in shades of warm gray. This is just to give a little shading and make that book come more to life. Very simple coloring with the darkest shade on the outside, blending that with the W1 Notice I have a little splotch of that mica spray stain right there. I got it a little on my marker, but no worries, it came right off. And also, that's going to be covered up by Alice's shoe, so it's not going to cause an issue with the card after all. For the book itself, I'm going to bring in some darker shades of blue and just color that up. I think that's a really great color for this storybook. You can see the colors here. The sentiment says, "And what is the use of a book without pictures or conversation?" And so that's the sentiment I put on this one. The entire stamp set, though, has some really great sentiments that you can add. I did bring in a sentiment from another set that's coming out with this brand new collection, and it's what the king exclaims on this card. You'll see that in just a minute. I'm going to pop the characters up with some foam tape and add them to the scene here. They're just so sweet. And there is the exclamation of the king, exactedly. I'll just finish this up with some light blue gems to match our Alice, and that's going to finish off our card. I'm adding it to a top folding card base here, and now here's a look at those characters and the card a little closer. There's some fun mica spray stain in the background that gives it a little bit of catching in the light, and those gems also. This is a really fun set. I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek. This set and all the other Alice collection, including dies, and also there's some new stencils coming out in this release. They'll all be available Saturday, September 30th. So I hope you'll join us and come back to see all of the new release goodies. Thanks for stopping by today. We'll see you real soon with more sneak peeks. Bye-bye.